Hey YouTube, what's up? I'm Alan and this is Stationeers. I wasn't actually going to record, but I'm concerned about Larry. Buddy? Buddy? Hey. Hey. I wish I could use my arms. I can use my hands, but not my arms. You okay? I mean, he's smiling. Let's reboot. No. Okay, turn it off and on again. Gotta wait 20 seconds. Okay, I'm not waiting 20 seconds. Buddy? Buddy? He just needs somebody to tickle him. Right, you're a little confused, so let's, where were you? Here? I guess I'll have to wait for him to come back around. I think he was here. Okay? You good? He's still not okay. There's definitely a bug. It has something to do with the growth cycle of cocoa. And I'm in the middle of something else, so I don't want to look at it. So I just reboot him. Which causes him, if he has something in his hand after a reboot, he just goes and dumps it off. Good job, buddy. Maybe he just needs some encouragement. Looking good, buddy. That green's good on you. Okay, we're gonna get stuck on another cocoa plant probably. Yep. Alright, he should be okay for a bit, I think. Like I said, I wasn't gonna record. Oop, close my helmet.
Oxygen critical.
It's fine. I wasn't gonna record because I've been messing around with rocket stuff, and I didn't think it would make very good video because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So, like, see, it's a rocket. All right, well, fine. I'll show off what I've got. So my gases. I'm totally starting at the wrong end now. I don't know why I decided to go this way. So I had to do a little bit of spaghetti to get plumbing over there. I have no crap. I couldn't remember what I changed the pause key to. I thought planning ahead I would bring over volatiles, nitrous, and oxygen in case I wanted to try both. And then so I'll either load the oxidizer pipe with nitrous or oxygen. And so that comes over here to some umbilicals. We have one for cargo, gas and power way up there. This guy right now, this chute, I haven't set up this sorter at all. I don't know if I love I mean, I don't love the way it's clipping through here, but I'm going to leave it. Because I wanted to be able to pick the ores off right away. I'm not sure what else I might find, so I just wanted to make sure I was only sending dirty ore over to ore processing, which is way the hell over there. So yeah, right now it just, if I actually get a rocket going, it'll just throw it into that hole. I was running out of jetpack fuel, so I messed around with these, what are they called? Stairways. Because the rocket printer can make them, so I figured maybe the developers thought maybe they'd be helpful for rocket building. I tried using the extendable conveyors, but they're kind of annoying. And to use them in combination with the stairwells, it didn't work well. So whatever this is, stairwells and grates, so I can get next to the rocket without having to use so much jetpack. That was a long-winded explanation. Other SE players have set up separate scouting, scanning, slash drilling ships. It doesn't look like we actually have to do that, so sure, we'll clip the scanner through the front of the nose cone, and then the drill over here. A battery. What's this? Avionics? Yeah, avionics. I don't know what I need that for yet. The drill. Or wait, is that the drill? Oh yeah, drill. You can't put the cargo right up against the drill, so wasted space there. Cargo. Why do I have? What did I disconnect here that I need to reconnect? Because I moved some of that plumbing. This whole thing could definitely be more compact, or I could. Yeah, there's lots of empty space in here. Whatever. It's version 0.1. Downlink sort of fit in there nicely. The cables all come down and then duck through down here, where they pick up the actual engine. What is that? Oh, that's the chute umbilical. Then I have 2 fuel tanks. I haven't painted them, so we're not safe yet, nor the pumps. Housing doesn't have any code in it yet, because I've been over here messing with code I want to control these guys automatically. So the idea is that I'll have 2 switches, one with direction, and it's intended to line up with, like, you depress this side means you want gas to go that way. You depress that side and it means you want gas to go that way. And then here to switch between the oxidizers, and you depress the one, like if you depress the one toward the right in this orientation, you're choosing nitrous. And if you flip it, you're choosing oxygen. But the code for that's been kind of annoying, so not done yet. What else did I do over here? Oh, I brought a second battery over. Maybe you've seen that. I had to fart around with the cable a bunch in order to get everything to come this way sort of nicely. So that goes up to the umbilical to charge the battery. Yeah, so that's what I've been up to. I thought actually this looked kind of nice. I didn't want the pipes just floating, so these are just unbuilt iron frames over this gap. And then back to frames once we hit land. Land? Is it land if it's on a moon? Regolith? And then I had them coming through down there, but it was, I don't know. I want to keep that layer open to put things on the ceiling of the room below. So I made spaghetti instead. I'm probably going to need more nitrous if I do try a nitrous launch, but that's a problem for later. Power is doing pretty well. I regularly see all my batteries blue now, and that 80%. There's a bug in here somewhere. I think I have batch readers under there averaging the large batteries and the not so large batteries. But like these will be full and this will say 82%, 83%. So we're off by a 16th, so 16%, a sixth. So I think it has something to do with the fact that there's 1, 2, 3 of those. And then out here, I actually don't know why the batch readers would be reading these batteries because the data network is on this side. But it seems like maybe it actually is reading the batteries off of their... Actually, it couldn't read this one because there's a... Do transformers block data? I thought they did. Anyway, there's 3 of these on the network and 3 of the big batteries on the network, which is 6. So I suspect it has something to do with 6. I've done some more trading. Got a pile of ores, but I've been through a lot. Like we were at 120 slots used at one point, and we're only up 7 or 8 because I just took a bunch of junk ore out of the refrigerated vending machine. That's what it is, and put it in here. I've already cleaned up in here twice, maybe. Consolidating ores. I made a whole bunch more steel. See, I can't even... If we just close it, nobody will know. There's kind of a... I have kind of a built-in stop there. This is what I'm looking for. Yeah, when this hits 50 MPa, this will stop. So I just figured I'll just let it run until it hits 50 MPa. Let the system do what the system's supposed to do. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. I'm gonna see who we've got on the trade-a-majig. You're not very useful, but you're at least a 5x5. Oh, but you're timing out soon, so let's bring him down. So this guy is just about ready. Did I unpause? I unpaused. Good. How polite of you to wave, buddy. I don't want any... oh, no. This is what he wants to buy. What do we got? Man, why do these guys want chocolate cakes in boxes? I've sold out of ship repair packages. I don't know if I want to make some more of those or not. I don't want to buy anything he's got. What did you want? Cakes in boxes? Chocolate cakes in boxes? Chocolate cake in a box and ship repair packages. Or did I? I don't remember making welding torches. Maybe I haven't made ship repair packages. Maybe it's just consumables. Maybe I did. I don't know. Let's before I pause. Actually, I'm gonna pause. I thought before I broke to do a bit more off-screen work. Yeah, Larry, buddy. Does Oh no, I don't think the config cartridge will show the data values on this. I can't be bothered to try to fix it right now, so just a reboot. So yeah, I'm gonna do a little crafting so I can sell that dude some stuff. And I'll bring you back in a while. Okay, I thought I'd show you where I got to. Right now, for the sake of testing, I have the code set to put 100 kPa in the fuel and oxidizer pipes. They should be close to the same temperature, so it should be good enough. Like, I shouldn't have to bother like checking the number of moles, because the code for the rocket will hopefully manage the molar ratio between the two. I mean, I will probably want to solve for the fact that if we're using oxygen, we want twice as much fuel, or I guess stated another way, if we're using oxygen, we want half as much oxygen as volatiles. But baby steps. So let's switch back over to nitrous. And this is flashing. That I know about that. There's a bug in the code. But if we reset it, yeah, we should get this filling. And these will scale their volume down to 0.1 liters per tick, so as hopefully not to overfill by too much. It's just a P controller, not a full PID controller. In fact, I don't think I've ever done one in Stationeers. We're just measuring with those gas sensors over there, but we end up with 100 kPa in our tanks, so that's nice. Come on, get out of there. So yep, there's our 100 kPa, 100 kPa, nice. One of the things I wanted to do was make the code smart enough so that it wouldn't try to unload gases from here if we ended up with a bad gas mix. There's still, like, if you change this while it's filling, that could break things. I don't know if I care to actually, I mean, I want to fix it, but it was driving me nuts, so whatever. But if you like start filling and switch gases, it'll just start pumping the other gas in. I didn't try it, though. Actually, I did have a bug where I ended up with some nitrous in my oxygen line, which is a kind of easy fix. Just put a drain on it, a passive liquid drain, because the pressure in here was high enough that it forced the nitrous into a liquid. So that was a little less frightening than it could have been. But then, so if we decide we're done mucking around on the pad today and we want to unload the rocket, we can switch the direction, and these guys will bump up to 50 liters. And they'll pull all the gas out. I'll watch that. You don't have to watch that. Okay, we're nearly done. Did I unpause too soon? Because it... Okay, there we go. We're down to none gas in here. These don't turn off. There's a bit of a bug in the code. We'll get there. I'm checking for is this not equal to 0 and then setting mode to that. When one of them gets down to 0, it causes this error. I'm okay with that for now. So what are we up to? 90 lines. A bunch of defines and aliases again. Oh, I meant to... I've got analyzers over there, but maybe I actually want to use the tanks to measure. Oh, and I'm also not managing the umbilicals yet. I don't know if I will or not. We'll see. So defines aliases, a couple aliases for variables, one for oxidizer pump, which will end up containing the hash of the name of the pump that should be managed. And then the direction and oxidizer switches, and then the fuel and oxidizer pipe pressures. On reset, we debug some stuff. If the fuel analyzer, oxidizer analyzer, fuel tank, or oxidizer tank are not set, it just jumps to halt. And I use the AL variant, so it'll populate RA with the line number that it's coming from. And so halt just sets DB to setting to RA, so what line number got us here. And then this error property is actually read-only, so if we try to write to it, it generates an error. So halt just causes it to say what line number sent it here and then causes the IC to error. So I thought that was kind of fun, using a read-only property to cause an error. So if none of those are set, we jump to halt. I like to, in a lot of resets, just put everything in kind of a known state. So the first thing I want to do before I do anything else is turn the pumps off. I probably could just use SBN turbo pump, or sorry, SB turbo pump, because I think they'll be the only ones on the network. And I do use just SB later. In fact, I talked myself into it as I was explaining. There, saved myself 2 lines. I'll just go ahead and confirm that. And then so our main loop just loads the pressure from the 2 analyzers. If so it tries to load from the load batch direction switch from a switch called direction switch, the setting, and it uses the maximum, what do they call this? The batch mode. Uses the maximum batch mode because if you do a LBN with maximum and it doesn't find anything, the value that gets set in the register here is negative infinity. So we can detect if direction switch is equal to negative infinity, it means it didn't find a direction switch. So jump to halt. And then the same for oxidizer switch. Read from a switch called oxidizer switch, the maximum. If we get negative infinity, jump to halt. Otherwise, set the turbo pump direction to whatever direction switch is set to. If the direction switch is equal to filling, then jump to fill. If it's equal to draining, jump to drain. Otherwise, loop main. I'm using another sub call from here, so I'm going to push the current RA onto the stack so that we can pull it back later. We'll use a select to determine which oxidizer pump hash to put into the variable oxidizer pump based on the oxidizer switch. So it just chooses either nitrous or oxygen pump. So if it's 1, we want to be controlling the nitrous pump. If it's 0, we want to control the oxygen pump. We'll move the fuel pipe pressure into R0 and then call calc setting. This is what does the P controller on the volume of the volume pump. So we just start with a pressure in R0, and then we expect call setting to return a desired volume setting in R0. So then we just write SPN turbo pump, fuel pump setting, and if the pressure is we do set less than or equal to R0, fuel pressure, tank pressure, SPN turbo pump, control that. This is where that bug comes in. Move. Actually, I'm not sure where it comes in. I haven't looked closely, but it has to do with the fact that the analyzer is reading nothing once one of these gets down to no pressure. And then we do the same thing for oxidizer. So move the oxidizer pipe pressure into R0, which we've already read. Jump to calc setting, set the turbo pump oxidizer pump, this time from the variable. So up here we decided which one we're controlling. Setting R0, try to do the same thing, set less than or equal to tank pressure, and then try to set the on parameter of the turbo pump to that. Pop RA from the stack and then return. The calc setting sub, like I said, just assumes that R0 is the input current pressure and tank pressure is the target pressure. So we'll just divide the incoming pressure by the tank pressure to get a ratio, subtract that ratio from 1 to invert it, multiply that by 10, because that seemed to work well enough, and then use max and min to bound that to a minimum of 0.1 liters per tick second, whatever, and 100. I don't actually think I need to do this one. I think if you write a value over 100 to the pump, it just clamps it to 100 by itself. But I don't know, feels like good practice. And then return, so we end up with a number between 0.1 and 100 based on how far away the pressure is from the target in R0. So we saw that, we saw fill. Oh, sorry. The bug that crashes it is in drain, not fill. So back to main, if we didn't jump to filling, then we'll probably jump to drain. So we're in the drain mode. I don't think I ended up needing to push RA here, but I did it anyway. Set all of the turbo pumps to 50 liters. So like we want to drain as fast as we can. That's fine. Read from the oh yeah. So from the oxidizer analyzer, read the ratio of nitrous oxide. Move that. We're just going to preemptively move nitrous pump into oxidizer pump. If the ratio is exactly 1, skip to drain 2. So we're checking here, is there 100% nitrous oxide in here? If that's the case, then we've selected the right pump and go ahead and continue. Then if we fall through here, that means that there was some ratio of nitrous oxide that is not 1. So let's check, is it a ratio of oxygen that's equal to 1? If it's a ratio of oxygen that's equal to 1, jump back through to drain 2. If we fall through here, we're just going to jump to halt. It means that we didn't find 100% nitrous or 100% oxygen in that line, so don't do anything. If we get to drain 2, I'm trying to do the same sort of thing with the on-off up here, set not equal to 0, fuel pipe pressure, oxidizer pressure, and then control the pumps. I think the problem is when we write, I think it's a nan when you, yeah, maybe SNEZ set not equal to 0 does funny things with nans. I don't know. I haven't bothered to fix it yet. So actually we never even return for it. Well, as long as this is not 0, both of them, we will return. But as soon as one of them goes wonky, I see errors, and it's okay. It's kind of in a safe state at that point because both pumps are already in drain mode at a volume of 50. We've already checked if it's safe to turn them on. So I'm willing to let that bug be a feature for now. So yeah, that's how it works. And it seems to work. No gas in there. No gas in there. Like I said, I'm not managing the umbilicals currently. Oh, I don't know if I want to or not. I don't know. We'll see. Are we plugged in? We're not plugged in. I mean, it could be as simple as this is probably activate, isn't it? Actually, let's look. Not the socket. Power. Oh, right, we have the modes. Yeah, I'm guessing it's... Oh, maybe... No, left, center, right. On and off. Huh, I wonder... I don't have my... config cartridge handy. Oh, maybe setting. Did we have setting on power? Nope, not that one. Interesting. I wonder what setting does on an umbilical. Okay. And what does ratio do? So many questions. What about the chute? Yeah, there's no setting here. Oh, is it open? I bet it's open. Yeah, I bet it's open. So in theory, we could probably just write to the umbilicals either the value of this switch or the inverted value of this switch. So anyway, that's what I've been up to. Uh, as I wrap up this gaming session, I'm probably going to see if there's any traders about, and then in the next session that I probably won't record unless Larry does something weird again. Until I get, you're not really that useful, but whatever, we'll call you down. Until I get some code for actually trying to manage the. Did I just hear a pipe groan? Until I get some code for managing the actual rocket, I'll probably not record for a couple of days or sessions. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, if you found it interesting, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.